Hi everyone, my name is Christen Montero. I'm from Riverside. I'm running for Riverside City Council, Ward 2. Yeah, so Measure Z is it's a really tricky situation. I definitely don't agree in the tax being an infinite tax. I think what it really helps with is the infrastructure for firefighters. And right now we've grown so much in Riverside, but public safety does need to be a priority, but also accountability when it comes to having the funds and going to a general plan and to eventually be used in whatever it is that people feel appropriate. So I would say I do support the tax, but I don't support it forever. Infrastructure is really important, and if we don't have the right number of folks for our increase in housing when it comes to firefighter response, police response, that means that that's one possibility of someone not really being safe in our city, and we want everybody to be able to thrive. So when it comes to Ward 2 and economic development, I would like to see a lot more small businesses assisted to be able to thrive right here in Riverside. I think that's a big community that we've really left behind, focusing on huge corporations to come and invest into the city, franchise. I'd also say when it comes to the water park, it does bring a hub of entertainment. So there is the innovation district, and then there's also a lot of new projects that you've just mentioned that are to bring that side of entertainment. I think it's another way to bring revenue into the city, but where we place these projects to be done, really getting community input, especially because not everyone's going to be happy with every project that happens, but it's crucial to take in the feedback, be able to take that critique, turn it around, be a little bit more fluid when it comes to project planning. That way we can really serve what our residents want and also find new ways to develop the economy. Yeah, so right now in the city we have a map that shows all the streets that are getting worked on or need to be worked on. We're definitely deficient in the budget to be able to take care of all the potholes in a timely manner right now. I'd say we do have our 311, which has been really helpful. I think the response time has been okay for some communities, maybe not so much for others. So I'd like that to be something that every pothole is dealt with urgency. And especially when it comes to the traffic in our streets, because right now there's a lot of trucks that are going around Canyon Crest, coming from the warehouse all the way down into places that they're not supposed to be in. Right now our only option is to call 311 and just report it, but really nothing can be done if there's no police witness. So I think it would be good to have something where citizens are a little bit more empowered. So when they're reporting something, it's not just something that's noted and to be forgotten about. There's actually empowerment where somebody can actually do something about it to hold some of the corporations accountable to messing up our streets and doing things they're not supposed to be doing. Yeah, so we need housing. Right now, we don't have enough in our plan to meet our mandates. And most recently, we ended up not taking in the money from the state that we all worked so hard to vote into just to get the support of City Council to even want that project. It is unfortunate that seeing a project like that to not fall through or to not, go and move forward into its development, because there's a lot of homeless on the street that need housing. There's also a lot of people that need housing in general when it comes to the middle class, students, not being able to afford buying their new home. Maybe it's not even available because it's getting leased as an Airbnb or it's owned by a corporation or some investment group. So housing's crucial here in Riverside to really focus on. Yeah, so there's a lot of research at Stanford and Berkeley that shows why the safest is to underground the lines. There's a reason why there's a lot of funding coming from top down to local cities. Chino Hills, their area, they built it all above ground and eventually got rid of it and built it underground for many other reasons, and that's one of our sister cities. I would say with the RTRP project, it's quite unfortunate that a project like that has continued for 20-something years with no changes to its plan, considering how much innovation has happened in our economy. I would say at the same time, it's a double-edged sword, because if we do nothing about our electrical infrastructure right now, we're going to see the most blackout outages in all of our history of Riverside. We're going to be seeing some of the most extreme heat, so there's going to be families where there's not available air conditioning, and that also poses a safety risk, right? So I think now more than ever, it's something that has to get done, unfortunately, with its current condition, but that's not to say that we can also change it. I think things need to be safe, so it's never too late to turn around and say, hey, you know what, let's go ahead and do it all underground. I know some people talk about costs, and it is a lot more costly, but cost shouldn't come at the expense of safety. And for everybody, it also is something that then gets shared amongst all California residents, not just something directly here in Riverside. So we also pay for the double charge that our sister city had when it came to building them above ground and then deciding to put them underground. That's all a cost we share together, but I think it makes the community a lot safer. Thank you. So I'm your local candidate. I'm a product of our neighborhood, raised in Ward 2, Taft Elementary School, Amelia Earhart, King High School. I also have a background in physics and psychology and business, and I've been involved in multiple boards and organizations. I'm not afraid to stand up for what our community needs, and I think currently right now we're lacking that leadership in Riverside, where one is actually listened to, not just heard and dismissed when it comes to our residents' voices. So I'm your neighbor, your voice, Christen Montero, so vote for me, Ward 2 candidate. Thank you.